Hello and welcome to our Year with the Ears, our daily vlog where we relive our year living in the Walt Disney World resorts in 2019. Today is day 89.
We started off today in the room here at All Star Music working because we do want to go to Epcot later. We haven't been to the parks in a while and we want to go have a little bit of fun. But since the World Showcase doesn't open till 11 and we do want to snack around the world, we thought it'd be good to be responsible adults and get some work accomplished before we head out to the park for a day of fun.
So I posted in Instagram stories asking people what they wanted to see today. We're just going to relax, have a good time. We have been already to the festival, so this was just kind of a fun day in the park, and so we were happy to share that with some other people as well. And that would kind of guide us throughout the day based on what people asked to see. Of course, the main thing everyone wanted to see was food, and of course we're going to get food, so that's not going to be a problem. When we first got to the park, the first place we went was the Butterfly Garden just because I wanted to see the butterflies. I love butterflies, and Robert wasn't necessarily into going over there. He was, however, very into going when he realized they were passing out go-go squeezes. He was thrilled.
I know it's just applesauce in a pouch and there's nothing special about it, but for whatever reason, I really enjoy it. And they were giving it out for free right there at the entrance to the butterfly exhibit. So we walked up and they handed Alyssa 2 of them. They handed me 2 of them, and she doesn't eat applesauce.
Nope.
So I was like, hey, I got 4 applesauces. I was very excited, and suddenly the butterfly booth was my favorite place.
He was thrilled. It was hilarious. And his reaction when getting them actually made the cast member laugh who was passing them out, because I don't think even the kids were that excited to get them.
Probably not. No.
But the grown adult here was so excited that he got these go-go squeezes, and he's just holding all 4 of them like, all right, let's go see the butterflies. So we went in there and spent a little time in there before slowly making our way over to Canada. We started that way. We got there just in time to see the band playing about the last 10 seconds of their song, so we didn't get to see much of it, but they were very energetic and very talented, which was awesome. We enjoyed it. We did keep making our way through and headed over to the UK because they have so many topiaries over here. They're just so pretty, between Winnie the Pooh and Friends, and then we got to see Bambi as well, and I really like the Bambi one because his legs are like so thin and there's like so much detail on him. Someone in stories did ask to see the Eiffel Tower in France, and so Robert took a beautiful picture of the Eiffel Tower with the flowers, and that was a lot of fun because you normally just kind of like snap a picture and go, but he was determined to take a pretty picture for someone.
I mean, I've taken pictures of the Eiffel Tower there before. I thought, why not make this one a little bit different than the ones I've taken in the past?
We were really enjoying just walking through World Showcase, seeing all the topiaries, but we are getting hungry, and we made our way to America. And even though we have tried the food here before, we really wanted to try it again.
I mean, I wanted food and I wanted something I knew was going to be good, and nothing in America was disappointing last time. So we went back, got the brisket burn-in slider, got the pulled pork slider, and the brisket potato. Everything we'd had there the first time except for the dessert, we got all of it again. And once again, it did not disappoint. It was
so
delicious. I loved it. After we finished that, we headed over to Italy for some more food because, again, we've had the food there, we know it's good, and we just want to get some good food right now. Maybe we'll try some new stuff later. We got the tortellini again. It was once again delicious. And we also got the ricotta cheese fritters. Our favorite dessert probably at the entire festival, or at least one of our favorite desserts. It was so good. It wasn't too rich. It had just the right amount of sweetness with the sauces on top. We loved it.
We also got to see the Lady and the Tramp topiary, which I really love this one, especially Lady's ears, because they're just so pretty, so unique. We kept walking, but we were on a mission at this point because we wanted to see the Jeweled Dragon Acrobats in China, and we've tried several food items between here and China, so we just kind of made our way over there. We got over there and made it just in time. We were able to watch them, and they seriously are talented. Like, I can barely stand up straight half the time, and they're like piling on each other and all these other things.
They're probably one of my favorite parts of the entertainment here at Epcot to stop and watch. I also really enjoy Sergio the Mime over in Italy and a couple of the other acts like Matsuriza in Japan, but this one, if I'm walking by and they're performing, just about every time I'm going to stop and sit and watch them because they're just mesmerizing to watch, and the amount of talent they have is unbelievable. Once the show was over, we thought we might want to try the food here in China. We haven't tried that one yet. It's a new one for us. So we got in the very long line for food. Not sure why this one was so popular. I didn't think anything there was super special, but maybe they know something we don't know. I don't know. So we got up there and ordered some crab wontons. Those were really good. I thought they were really nice. And then we also got the beef shank over rice, and that one I personally loved. Had just a little bit of a kick, but it wasn't too much for you.
No, I actually really enjoyed it. It did have a kick, but it wasn't necessarily super spicy by any means. As long as you have a little bit of water, you're fine. And the flavor was amazing in this.
Yeah, it had phenomenal flavor, and it soaked into the rice too, which was perfect. I absolutely love that one.
We kept walking and enjoying all the topiaries, and one of my favorites that they had this year was Huey, Dewey, and Louie, because they're kind of underrated characters that you don't see very often. And I love that they were out there helping Uncle Donald. Not sure how much help they were actually offering, but they looked adorable either way. We made our way back through World Showcase because one of the things I love here at Flower and Garden Festival is the chocolate macaroon on a stick. It's so good, and we've kind of had our food now, so now it's time for dessert. So we made our way over to France and took a really pretty picture of the Belle and Beast topiary right around sunset. Beautiful time to take pictures. And then we got in line because I had to get this macaroon before we leave the park today. So that was my dessert. Robert didn't necessarily want it. It's very sweet. He wanted something else, so he got himself a key lime tart.
Yeah, that was right next door to France in the booth there. So I thought, well, since you're having the chocolate, I can have something too. The key lime tart is one of my favorite desserts, and it's there pretty much every year. It's really sweet, but it's also not super sugary sweet because it's key lime, so it's got the tart and the sweet. It's really perfect. Once we were done with that food, we actually had a fast pass for Test Track. So we headed over towards Test Track to ride so we could use our fast pass. And before we got there, we found out that the ride was down, which I can't believe. It never happens on Test Track, so I don't know what in the world's going on here. But we said, okay, well, we'll wait around a little while. We'll go ride Spaceship Earth instead, and then maybe Test Track will be up again after we're done.
So Robert decided to do a ridiculous face for his picture on Spaceship Earth. And so I had to document this, of course, because I did not want to lose out on that. Test Track did come back up, so we made our way over there, got in line, we were so excited. I made the most ridiculous car you can possibly imagine, but it was really perfect for Flower and Garden Festival, I felt like. So that was really the only thing I was going for. Speed and quality were not in this planning whatsoever.
No, if you're building a car for Test Track, don't build it like we built this car because it's probably not going to win any medals or anything like that.
We got up close to the front and Test Track went down again. So we were not able to ride today, unfortunately, because they're really struggling with the ride. That's okay, we got to design a car. I don't know how it would have done, but I can't imagine it would have done very well.
No, probably not.
After this, we made our way to the front and took the monorail over to Magic Kingdom. It's a beautiful night. We're just enjoying being in the parks again. And so we walked around Magic Kingdom. We aren't here for anything. We're not riding rides. We're not necessarily doing anything. We just want to be in the park and just enjoy it. And it was wonderful because you don't have to worry about standing in a line anywhere or trying to get food somewhere. We literally just enjoyed the ambiance, the music, just being there in the park. Right behind Cinderella Castle, we found a photographer. She did not have a line. She didn't even have kind of a space to set up. And we found out she was just allowed to go around the park and take pictures of guests wherever she wanted. And so she took some pictures back there for us, and they turned out really pretty. The lighting on the castle was beautiful. And so that was really nice because we actually forgot to take pictures in Epcot today, so we didn't have any. So now we have some at least in Magic Kingdom from the day. And that was literally all we did in Magic Kingdom. We just had a wonderful time just being there.
That's one thing that we found we really enjoyed about living in the resorts is that we can just go to the park and spend an hour or two just being there. It's amazing how you kind of enjoy it differently than when you're on vacation and you've got to go for 5 or 6 or 7 days in a row. You're just kind of enjoying the atmosphere and enjoying being and existing in the parks. At that point, we were done with the day, ready to head back to our resort, All-Star Music. So we went and found a bus to our resort, got back very late. It is almost midnight at this point, but we had promised that we would do a video of the Broadway section at night because it's all lit up. We've taken pictures during the day, we've done some video during the day, but we haven't done any nighttime video, and Alyssa really wanted to capture this and show off the Broadway section because this is our favorite section here at All-Star Music and at any of the All-Star resorts. It's our absolute favorite section.
It is, and it's kind of tucked away in the back. I don't think most people even realize it's there. It's just so beautiful, and so I wanted to bring attention to it because especially when it comes to the Value Resorts, a lot of times people are like, oh, there's nothing really amazing about them or the theming. But this section specifically proves that wrong and proves that the Imagineers put so much work into all these little details. So we did a little video showing what the Broadway section looks like at night.
So you start off here
at the end of the building where they have like a stage door kind of set up. You know, most of the buildings have large musical instruments, things like that at the very end, but this one has a stage door. And we're just gonna take a walk down Broadway. And of course, this right here apparently is Battery Place. That's the name of this road. And then as you can see from the street sign, we are turning on to Broadway. So this is actually Broadway that we are walking down here. I feel like it's a lot less busy than the actual Broadway in New York, but you know, maybe not. Maybe Broadway in New York looks like this too at some point, probably never. So
you can see it's supposed to look like a street.
It's got the road markings right down the middle there. There's even a crosswalk right up here by the theaters. And of course you can see the beautiful neon Broadway signs on either side that they have
I
up
think
there
that's
up
one of my
top.
favorite parts. But of course we also love the signs.
Yeah, so they have some of the plays from Disney on Broadway here on the theater marquees. They have Aladdin and Beauty and the Beast. They have Mary Poppins and the Little Mermaid. On the other side, there's the Lion King. And I believe there's one other one that they put up there. So they have those on the theater marquee. And then they have a couple posters inside as well. Newsies is on that one. There we go. That's Newsies. And then one of my favorite things, because as some of you may know, Goofy is my absolute favorite character. In the box office, they have Goofy there, well, kind of messing things up with the ticket booth. But that is really a fun little thing. They've got Goofy running the ticket booth here at Broadway, the Broadway buildings. And as you can see, it is just an absolutely beautiful area of this resort, and that is why we requested to stay in the Broadway section a few days ago whenever we were in the standard rooms here at All Star Music. That was the end of our day today, so we will see you tomorrow
For our Year with the Ears.